1967 Corvette Convertible. Been restored to new condition. Originally a California car, has spent the last 40 years in Central Texas. I've owned the car for 30 years myself. It was restored about 5-6 years ago by U.J. Backus of Maynard, Texas. Well-known restoration expert in the NCRS world. This is Marina Blue, correct color for the car. It is lacquer paint, rally wheels, side exhaust. Interior is bright blue vinyl, correct for the car. We'll look at the trim tags in a minute. I have the hard top. It has been fully restored. It's excellent shape. New plexiglass, new paint, new headliner, rubber all the way around. Soft top is in the car. The soft top needs to be replaced to match the overall condition of the car, but the frame for the soft top has been restored. It is in nice shape. I just didn't put soft top on it. Just didn't get there. During restoration, all the rubber was replaced on the windows channels, including the fuzzies or cat whiskers. Rubber stripping for the entire car is new. These are the original door panels. They were quite nice, so cleaned up and reused. The gauges were all disassembled, repaired in a couple of cases, repainted. They're all functional. Correct red line for a 327, 350 horse L79 engine. This is the L79 car. The engine numbers do match. Show you that here in a minute. Just kind of give you an overall tour. All the chrome hardware was either re-chromed or replaced. There's no pitted chrome on the car. The bumpers are re-chromed. They are excellent. It cost more to re-chrome the original bumpers than to buy replacement bumpers, but I knew these would fit. Some of the aftermarket bumpers are not to spec. So the chrome is nice. Side exhaust with the exhaust covers, of course. And here's our front chrome. I don't believe there's any blemish or defect in the bumpers at all. Original insignias were reused and repainted, restored. So we'll go through a startup here, real quick. Give you an idea. Okay, it is a 4-speed car. Startup procedure, you probably know, is just one press on the gas. Okay, she's idling around 700. Oil pressure is strong. Engine builder told me that oil pressure would be strong the first few years. This engine has been completely rebuilt back to spec, and it was balanced. The piston control, piston connecting rod combinations were balanced to within 1/2 of 1 gram. The engine runs strong. It will easily hit 70 in second gear. Synchros are working fine. You can downshift into first at 35 or 40 miles an hour, and she runs cool. Even in Central Texas, she never runs hotter than about 1/4 of the gauge. Flows nicely and it runs well. So let's take a peek under the hood here. Again, original L79 engine, rebuilt by Leo Machine in South Austin, Texas about 5 years ago. Since restoration, I have driven this car maybe 1,000 miles. I've tried to drive it once every week or two just to keep it in decent shape. I have the main piece of shielding here. I do not have all the individual pieces for the plugs. I never had those pieces. I have individual photos of casting dates, casting numbers. You can see those separately on my listing. This is the correct engine. The carburetor is a replacement 4-barrel Holley carburetor. It is not the original carburetor. Not many cars still have that. But it's been detailed out to be not overdone, but nicely done, I think. You can see it's got the dust covers here. The shims are all here for alignment. Get the Harrison sticker. I'll just give you a couple of views here. We're downsizing, we're retiring, we have too many vehicles. I've had this car for 30 years. I think it's time someone else could enjoy her. This car was not restored and judged. I did not put it in for NCR's judging. I think it is a strong candidate for top flight. Might need a few things cleaned up or done. I have not cleaned this car much. I'm just kind of making the video of it as it sits. I was not interested in preparing a car for top flight. I've had a number of those in the past. Wanted a nicely cleaned up car that could be a driver. I do not drive it if it's wet. I do not take it out in bad weather. It stays in the climate control garage. And like I said, I've had it for 30 years. Just kind of give you a peek here. What's going on under the hood. These are the correct and original wiper blades, I believe, the way they're marked. This is where the underhood is. I believe it reflects pretty much how the factory did it. You'll notice the paint down in here is not buffed out. It didn't do that in the factory. Of course, it was hand rubbed on the outer surfaces. Let's give you a little peek underneath. I do not have a lift available right now, but I can kind of give you a view of overall cleanliness of what was done to the entire suspension system. You can see more photos on my listing of the suspension restoration in process and also after it was completed. Just give you an idea of what was done to the car. Have a cloudy day in Austin today. I hope you can see this pretty well. Like I say, I have not cleaned the car up. There may be a few little dust areas here and there on the suspension. I'll give you an idea of the type of work that was done to it and how it ended up. The car drives as new. All new bushings on the front end everywhere. It doesn't have rattles. The front end does not slap going over bumps. It drives as new. The headlights, let's go ahead and rotate the headlights. They rotate fine. Electrically, everything is sound, I believe, on this car. I drove it 2 weeks ago, about an hour and a half, down San Marcos, Texas, to a car gathering. Ran fine, drove 70, 75 miles an hour the whole way. No issues. Okay, this is a soft top that needs to be replaced to reflect the overall condition of the rest of the car. The frame is nice, the frame's been cleaned up. I would put a new soft top on here. Storage compartments. There is a jack here. I believe it is original jack. came with the car. All this carpet, of course, was replaced during restoration. The seats were recovered. There's a look underneath the deck lid. All new weather stripping, the entire car. So it has the alignment guides here. So this is our 67, looking for a new home. It is a strong performer. It's a striking car, I believe, the Marina Blue, and it is a 327, which can run all day and not overheat like a lot of the big blocks do. Has plenty of power. It was restored back to 350 horse specifications, but honestly, I think it's a bit stronger than that. It runs very strong. So, maybe this is a car for your collection. Our collection is too big. We need a home for. Oh, let's take a look at those trim tags. They're posted in the listing also, but just to give you a direct view here. I believe you'll find this is a numbers matching car. I have hundreds of photos of the restoration of the car and the engine restoration. I have all receipts for parts that went into the engine and when that rebuild was done. Be glad to share those with you if you're interested. And that's a summary of our car. Thank you.